Hello and welcome back to this channel. So in today's tutorial we're going to do a super simple animation, that is this one, using Adobe Fresco. We'll also be using the reference layer option with respect to coloring this animation. So let's just go ahead and start. So before we begin, I want to talk to you about awesome place that's amazing for any designers or people who want to draw, create their own designs, upload to POD sites and things like that, is Creative Fabrica. It has huge amount of things to choose from, like there's so many different kind of fonts. You have an amazing collection of graphics. You also have mockups, which by the way I think is like really important when you're trying to design something and want to see it on products and stuff. So this is like an amazing place for that. And people at Creative Fabrica were so nice that they reached out to me and they've given you guys a free trial to use. I'm going to put that link in the description box below. Go ahead and check it out. Do let me know what you create. I'm going to make a video on this soon, using some of the elements in here, do some fun little project. So go ahead and check it out and let me know what you think about it. And if you like it, share the link with your friends. Maybe even they would love to check this out. Okay, so now getting back to our tutorial. Click on Create New and go to your digital and current screen size. The first thing to do is to draw your elements. So we're going to draw one light bulb and then duplicate it. So go to your vector brushes and I'm going to go into jitter and light jitter because I love it. So you want your light bulb to be towards the lower corner of the artboard, not somewhere middle, but somewhere in the bottom. Okay, so you can choose your light bulb to be any way. As you can see in my previous thing that I showed, they were a bit square or round in size. So you can go ahead and do that as well and try to draw some really simple ones. My brush size is at 28 and make sure you draw this line all the way out. And if you have any stray lines coming like this, double click again so that the outer ring is highlighted and you can remove that like that. That's called vector trimming, by the way. Do that here as well and make sure you do all the edits right now when you're actually working on the line work. Okay, and then click again or double click again and it's gone. And next you can draw the filament and I'm going to draw it something like this, maybe edit that. Done. Your light bulb is ready. Now it's time to duplicate it. So click and duplicate layer and click on this transform tool and then move it so that it's right next to it like this, and make sure they touch each other a little bit, something like this. Okay, now go ahead and duplicate the same one. Click and duplicate layer, hold this and bring it up here and done. So one thing you can do is you can only create 3 and make this work, or you can create more like 4 and make that work as well. Let's just make 3 bulbs and see how this works out. Okay, and if you feel at this stage that it's too big, like you don't have space to move it around, you can actually go ahead, click on this and select multiple, and we're going to select all the light bulbs. Click on a transform tool here and reduce the size like this, and we're going to bring it up and keep it to the center just like that. You see, it's super easy. Let's do that and click on done. So you don't have to worry about having to choose the size initially itself. You can modify it later. That's completely okay. And once you're done, click on this cross here so it gets unselected. So now we're going to go ahead and start animating our frames. So this is a super simple animation that is just, it has just 4 steps or 4 frames. So feel free to add as many as you want, or make it however you want. You can add a lot more bulbs, make it just 2 bulbs as well. Go ahead and ping, they lit up, or go back when they switch it off, things like that as well. So first of all, I'm going to go into the leftmost one. You can always choose a layer and click on this I button to figure out which one is which. Let's see if this is the one, this is the center one. So I'm just going to move it here. You don't have to do this. This is just for me to figure out which is which one, right? So uncheck. Now this is the left, this is the right, and this is the center. So in center one, we're not going to change anything. So it's going to be there. We're not going to move it. So let's go to the leftmost. And now I'm going to click on my motion or animation panel. And this is the first thing that you see. So now what I'm going to do is go into your settings and make sure the onion skin is turned on and make this as 2, because you just want to see the previous 2 things. Okay. After that, click and then duplicate frame. You're doing to the leftmost one. Now click on your transform tool, only the one frame, transform. Now we're going to turn it a bit like this, how much ever you want, and I'm going to go ahead and move this so that it matches right here. You know, this line should match to the previous one over here so that it looks like a pendulum. So this looks better. You can turn it a little bit more and then make it here. Oops, a little bit more like that, and I think it should be good. Okay, there's no hard and fast rule as how far away this can be. I would suggest don't make sure that it doesn't go about outside the artboard bounds, otherwise you're good. Okay, and click on done. So basically it's this too fast. Go here and let's reduce this to maybe 3 or 4, and now when you play, see, it goes and comes back in like that, right? Perfect. And now it's time to make this one. So what I'm going to do is I'll just go to this part here, this frame, click and copy frame, and now I'll go to the light bulb, which is this one right here, see, this one, and instead of saying plus duplicate, I'm just going to click and say paste frame, and now it's going to paste something like this, and I want you to do this so that it gets duplicated like that, you know, twisted. So now we're going to go and put this up here so that it matches like that, right? Click on done. So now when you play all, it goes like that, but we don't want them to go and hit the bulb together. We want them to hit alternatively. So what we're going to do is go back up here, this one, what I mean, and I'm going to go ahead and bring the second frame to the first. That is, click, highlights, bring it to the front. Up, didn't happen. Okay, there you go. So now when you play, you see it alternates between the tapping, right? So my idea is that one of them is going to be red colored and the other one is going to be yellow colored, right? So now it's time to color this thing. So I'm going to go back. Now let's color the center one, that is this one. So I'll just click and click on set as reference. This is going to be 2 different colors depending on which bulb is hitting it. So plus this is going to be a color layer, which is also going to be a motion layer, because when this bulb hits, this has to be red in color, and when this bulb hits, this has to be yellow color. So now the first time in the first frame, you see that this bulb is hitting it, so we're going to give it a red color. So I'm going to go all the way up here. Maybe I'll choose, you can click and say 8, and maybe this one about 92. That's a bit dark, so I'll make it 82. Okay, that looks good. That's my color, and now I'll use my fill tool and fill it in with a vector. And see how it filled in? You can fill it inside as well, and you can fill this as well if you want. That's good. And now I want to fill these things here, so I'm going to go into white, and you can choose any color, by the way, or brown or something. Just choose some browns, I guess. Let's see how it looks like, right? There you go, that's a bulb. And now I'll plus again, and now since the reference layer is set to this middle one, it's going to help us color that one as well. So I want some yellow, maybe over here. Okay, I think this color is fine. That's 4900 and 100, and I'm going to color this one. I know it looks darker, wait for it, it'll be fine. I'm going to go ahead and choose that brown and color this off. So now let's play it, and you can see it's changing color, and now it's time to color these 2 bulbs over here. So pause it. Now change the reference layer. I'm going to color the one on the left. So go to that left bulb, click and set as reference. So once you set on reference, this automatically gets released from reference, which is really important, because if you don't release it, it's going to keep coloring according to that. Okay, so again, plus this is going to be a coloring layer for this one. So as you can see, when these 2 hit, even this has to be lit. So I'm going to go into red and I'm going to color it, vector, color, and color everything here. And plus, and for the next frame, it's over here. So let's go ahead and color it. Let's play all, and you can see like that. Now it's time to color this one. So go here, click, set as reference, plus for the coloring layer, we're going to choose yellow and color vector. You can 2-finger tap to undo things or use these buttons here. And then plus, oops, plus for this, and okay, let's color this. Okay, let's play all and see how it looks like. Okay, that's good. That's exactly what we want, but we need to add some elements to make it look like it's like shining bright and stuff like that. So I'm going to go somewhere, it doesn't matter, just go and plus on this one. Now I'm going to go ahead to our vector brush and I will choose black again, and I want to add some sparkles like this, like that, maybe like that. And plus when this happens again, like that. Let's see how it looks. Let's click on something and now press. Okay, and there's some rogue stroke here which I don't want. Erase it off. Play all, and as you can see, this is how it looks like. Wait a minute. So you can go ahead and modify things, like I don't want this. Play all. There you go. And obviously you can make it much more nicer by giving a different background. So plus to create a new layer. Like this, and then, oh, see, I'll show you something. Because this is set to reference, you see there's a white gap here. So you want to undo that and go ahead and click and release reference. And now you go back here and vector brush and then plus, and when it's yellow, actually blue would have been nicer with yellow, but let's make it pink. And then like this, let's play it and see. You know what, I'm going to put this up here. Can you tell me which color looks really good with red? So you know that red is here, so almost greenish something might look better. So maybe we'll do green, a little bit lighter, and we'll fill it in. Okay, so here you go. There you go. That's a simple animation, and I hope you like this. Okay, once you're done, you can just click on share, publish and export. You can click on motion and generate frames. You can obviously choose things here, but I would keep it at MP4 and generate frames, and then it gives you this video of what you created. So done. You can also click here and make sure it's on loop. You can also increase this to make it a lot faster. Tap, 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 tap. That's very nice, isn't it? I guess that's the end of this video, and if you liked it, don't forget to hit a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. You can also support this channel by buying me a coffee on ko-fi.com. I'll give the link to do that in the description box below. You can share your work on Instagram and tag me in it at printmesomecolor.com. I would love to check it out. And if you have any questions or if you want to learn anything related to Fresco, don't hesitate to leave me a comment. I love hearing from you guys. And meanwhile, if you want to check out Creative Fabrica, I have a link for that as well. Go check it out. It's amazing. It's absolutely filled with wonderful things. I think you'll really, really like it.